What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode on the Clear Cryptos Education channel. My name is T. Haas from the Crypto Shop, and of course, you know I got my man Jay Seals with me. What's going on, brother?
What's up? How's everybody doing today?
But it's all good. But listen, guys, today on the channel, man, we thought we'd stop in here with all of the craziness going on in the markets. Luna Classic, that's right, Luna Classic has officially become one of the most discussed tickers out there. It's trending number 3 on CoinMarketCap. It has a ton of attention on the Twitter, a ton of attention on YouTube, and over here at Clear Cryptos, we like to cover all things crypto, right? So whether you feel, however you feel about Luna Classic, good, bad, indifferent, doesn't matter. It's a story in crypto, and we like to bring you all the information on crypto. So shout out to Muzz, Boca, Justin, and Tony P. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the Clear Cryptos channel. I almost said the Crypto Shop, but we are the Crypto Shop. We're not trying to hide that, you know what I mean? But that being said, guys, if you haven't yet, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the video. Check us out on Twitter. We're streaming live over there as well. And we're going to be talking about Luna Classic today. So first and foremost, I like to say that none of this is financial advice. None of this is me telling you to buy, hold, or sell Luna Classic, myself or Justin. But we just kind of give our thoughts on how we feel about Luna Classic. So Justin, I like to ramble and take up all the time, but if you wanted to introduce yourself to the people, maybe those that don't know who the Jay Seals is.
Well, I just recently started a YouTube channel, but I've been rocking with Clear Cryptos for a minute now. For me, I'm just a day trader at heart over in the stock market. Messed up on a day trade today, even though it was beautiful. And now the market is absolutely tanking, which is super unfortunate. I think Bitcoin and Ethereum are also following suit with the rest of the market. I love TA. I love technical analysis. To me, the market is like reading a book, and each candle tells a different story. And it's our job to read those stories and then to be able to kind of decipher which way we think the market's going to lean. I'm not always right. I'm wrong too, but I have a pretty good handle on where the market could potentially go. And then obviously we pay attention to the news. We pay attention to what's going on in the market as far as, or not just the market, but the economics. We keep track of the economic calendar, the events, anything that can really shake up the market and lead to a drop like this, because I thought this morning's run up was a little bit weird. So It's nice to see the Bears came back out of hibernation for this one. But yeah, man, I'm just excited to break down Luna Classic because it was running like super hard, and I know a lot of people love to FOMO into these plays, but you got to be responsible, and in my opinion, you have to look for good entries onto the chart. You can't just see something like this and see this green and just be like, oh, I got to be a part of the move, because you could end up getting wrecked. So we're just here to try to bring that education, bring that knowledge, and help you get yourself in a better place for your entries and then exits, because as we've talked about before, you can't make money if you don't take it out. So
I actually did a video today called Make Money, Take Money. You can't be profitable if you never actually cash out. And these are some of the reasons why. Right now, Terra Luna Classic, as we guys know, like the story of Terra Luna, it's a pretty cut and dry story. It used to be pegged to a stable coin. It got depegged. A lot of people lost a ton of money. Well, Terra Luna Classic is kind of like a representation of all of those people. The community, I should say, that represents Terra Luna Classic is the community of people that either lost money, in addition to what we like to refer to as degens, getting into this particular play and trying to pump it up. Now, there's a lot of things going on about Terra Luna. If you look over here on Twitter, you just type in Terra Luna, and I mean, it's all over Twitter. But then you see things like this. And these are some of the things that I think people should take with a grain of salt. Luna Classic to $1, guys. Just think about that for a second. Luna Classic to $1. If we reached a $1 Luna Classic, we'd be looking at over a $7 trillion market cap, which is more than the entire crypto market combined times 2, right? Or times 7, really, right? because I think the crypto market, let me just double check where we're looking at right here. Yeah, market cap of crypto right now is about 982 billion. Right. So if we were looking at a Terra Luna Classic to $1, I mean, and this is, you know, just looking at it objectively, right? And just stating the facts, right? If we got to $1, obviously there would be some burns, but the market cap would have to be pretty significant, right? And significant meaning it would surpass Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Sheeb, like you name all of the communities all together. You add in Terra Luna to $1 and you're looking at the crypto market and probably a good portion of the national debt, right? So
Hobbs,
what's up?
You know what's sad about this tweet right here?
Yeah.
I was actually watching Austin Hilton's video this morning on Luna Classic, and he broke it down, right? If you put $2,000 into Luna Classic, you would be a millionaire if it hit 10 cents. You don't even need to hit $1 to be rich, okay? Like in my book, $1 million makes you rich, right? So, I mean, it's just crazy that the dollar is like the staple, but you don't even need to get that far. 10 cents and you already good.
Shout out to Tony P. He says, "Wait, you mean we aren't going to $331?" Yeah, that's a little inside joke on my channel. I did a Terra Luna Classic video, and somebody wrote in the comments, "Is like, don't hold, we're going to $331." I was like, "I'm sorry, what? Like, do you understand?" Like, I honestly don't think some people don't take the time to truly understand. Now, that being said, I'm not anti Terra Luna, right? What I am is I want to see people make money in any asset. So if you guys haven't checked out my video, I did release a video called Make Money, Take Money on my channel. And over there, I discuss, you know, using a calculation. Actually, I could just pull it up over here. Let me see. What was it called? Here, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up here in a second. But basically, if you come with a trading plan, whenever you're trading things like Luna Classic, right? I strongly refrain. You know, I'll just give what I do, right? I never listen to other people when it comes to my asset, right? Whatever I'm trading, whenever my money is involved, I try not to listen to the masses, because the masses will always tell you they're trying to build a community. It's a normal thing in the masses when you're trying to build a community. The normal word is HODL, right? HODL, hold on for dear life. In my opinion, the way you make money is you buy at lows, right? Or pullbacks, right? Opportunities to pull back. And then you slowly scale out of your position by taking away the profits or taking away your original investment. So I'll give you an example. If you were to put, I don't know, $2,000 down here, let's go over to the day chart. I'm going to take you through some of the consolidation, right? And again, I'm watching the SPY over here on the left because I'm impressed with this movement to the downside. It's absolutely crazy. So if you guys are wondering, that's why I got the split screen up. But you remember when Luna Classic was trading at the 4098 range? They traded here for about, I don't know, maybe a month or so, right? If you were to build a position down here, right? However much you're going to put in, let's say you put $2,000 in down here, right? And then you waited. You said, I'm not worried about that $2,000. If it goes down, I'm selling if I lose 50%. Or you just say, I'm never selling. I put the $2,000 in. Now check this out right here. If I go over here, right, and I do price range, where Luna Classic, let's say you bought in right about here, right? Luna Classic got as high the other day of about 30.31. People that bought down here were up 232% on their position. That means that their $2,000 just turned into about $6,000. Now, what's wrong with the idea of taking your $2,000 out and maybe a little bit of profit? So take 50% of that position out, pull about $3,000 off the table. And then when this thing pulls back like it did today, all the way back to the 3022 range, or even further, right? You go back to the 15-minute chart, it's most likely looking like it's going to have a little bit of a pullback, right? Let's take this off here. It's looking like it might have a little bit of a pullback even further today, and it might come all the way back to this previous level of support that it kind of made down here, right? Now, it also can come all the way down here to 21. There's a level of support at 19. There's a big level of support, as we know, at the 16 level, 3016. what's wrong with taking that money off the table? You got $3,000 left, and you got $3,000 in Luna. And when Luna comes down and retraces, which it inevitably will, I'm not saying that it won't go further, but everything that goes up in any market, whatever goes up must comes down, right? It has to come back down. If it didn't, it would be unhealthy or a honeypot, right? That being said, you got $3,000 to slowly buy more on the way down, and then when it pumps back up, you can peel even more profit. So just a little bit of trading strategy, having a trading plan can keep you from listening to things like Luna Classic to $1. So that's kind of my little 2 cents on Luna. Justin, you can get into that before we get into some other stuff on the chart. So
all right, you want to throw my chart up there? You know, I don't got no power in here.
Oh, that's right. All right, here you go.
I said my chart, fool, not yours.
I don't have your chart. Oh, your chart. Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm like, what are you talking about? Okay, my bad. Yeah. My bad. Go ahead.
All right. So one thing that I like to use, especially in these situations with coins like this or any asset really, is once you're looking at all-time highs here, which I'm on the Binance chart, so there might be some more stuff up here, but once you're at all-time highs, you don't know where support and resistance is going to be at, right? So one thing that you can do is you can use the Fibonacci retracement as a tool to let you know where you can potentially scale out at. So if we go to the Fibonacci retracement, now we know this now, but before 3 days ago, I took a fib from the top of the candle all the way to when we started this run back here on the 25th. Or did I go lower? I might have gone lower. Let's see. Nope, I went there. Okay, cool. So one thing that you can see is that the 127% level was resistance, and so was the 141 level. We got as high as the 141 level before we ended up eventually falling down. Another rule that you can add to your rule book is normally when price gets tested once to the upside, it's going to give you one more shot. And that's going to trap a lot of people up here, because a lot of people probably saw this, oh, it's coming back up, and they were like, oh, we're going to break. Nope, it came right back down, right? So if price doesn't hold the first time it gets rejected, then you might want to think about taking a little bit off the table up here, because it's probably not going to come back for at least a little while. But then I like to go even deeper into the price and get to a smaller time frame. So that's what I did. I went to the 1 hour just to see what was going on. I'm not going to do another fib level, but you can see that we were actually flagging here, but we broke out the wrong way, and now we're retracing, right? And just like Hobbs said, I was actually looking at it. I think you're on the 15-minute chart. Yep, you were. Mm-hmm. If you look at the 15-minute chart, what stares at me is this right here. This is a head and shoulders. You have your shoulder, you have your head, and you have your right shoulder, right? So if this was me and I was in Luna Classic, not to give any bad news or anything, because I don't know what's going to happen, but I would be worried if we get to around here on Luna Classic. If you start seeing price at 3022, be worried, because if we break that resistance, you really don't have much resistance until, let's see, maybe around this range over here, somewhere over here, like around 3019. So if we're looking at this and we see how much you'd be down, let's say you got in over here so you're down not 34%, about 24% on the play, 25%. So about a quarter of whatever you put in, you'd be down if you got in up here. Mm-hmm. And then even worse, if you got in at the high somewhere over here thinking we were going to continue, now you're down 35%. So
can you zoom in on that head and shoulders pattern? I wanted to show something real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those that don't understand what Justin just said, right? If you take a look, if you understand technical analysis, a head and shoulders pattern basically dictates a bullish to bearish trend, right? So as the asset gets bullish, it hits a peak. It comes back, it dips, and then it gets more bullish. It hits a peak, and then it starts to become bearish. So if you look over here, just take a good look at that, and then look at this right here. Literally textbook head and shoulders pattern, right? I just looked this up on Investopedia. You guys can go look at it for yourself and look at the definition. But if you look, a head and shoulders pattern is literally telling you shoulder, dip, all the way to the head being the peak, right, of that formation. Come down one more time, and then this is where the trap is set, right? This is usually where they trap the bulls. And as you can go back to Justin's chart, that's what he's referring to right there. So
yeah. So just be careful. I mean, I'm not saying that this thing can't rocket back up. To me, I feel like a lot of the hype around Luna Classic is starting to die down a bit. I feel like everything that's been going on is starting to taper down, and I think this should be another lesson to investors. It's okay to ride the hype train to money. It's less okay to think that this thing is going to the moon and then having your dreams dashed. It's almost like it's not almost like it is putting your emotions completely into the play. Like when you say this thing's going to $1, this thing's going to the moon, but it's got 3 zeros to break, that's putting complete emotions into the play instead of just watching what the chart does. And then, you start to see little signs that, hey, maybe I should get out. Hey, maybe this is about to reverse. Maybe I should take a little bit of this profit out that I made, and that that's where people get wrecked. So.
And another little thing you should watch for speculative plays such as this one is look at the value, right? And again, this could change tomorrow and we could be completely wrong. And I'm not saying it's going to fail. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying pay attention, because something that's good for, a short time may not be good for a long time, right? But if you look at the volume over here, the average volume is 229 billion in the last 10 days. But just yesterday, the volume was over $1 trillion. So that lets you know that less people are trading this thing as of today. It's not saying that it's done. It's just letting you know, hey, if you're trading this, and if you're saying, I see a couple people say that they put $100 in and it is what it is. To me, that's still a great plan, because at least you have a plan. My worry is that sometimes when social media gets involved, things get to trending. Now people don't really think about planning. And next thing you know, they're dropping their rent payment into Luna Classic, hoping that they become a millionaire. And that's not the way, because now you're fully invested. And I feel like that's where a lot of the back and forth happens on Twitter, on YouTube, or whatever, because people have invested more than they're willing to lose, and they don't want you saying anything bad about their investment. They could take it back down to earth. And I'm not saying anything bad about Luna Classic. All I'm saying is I wanted to discuss it from a technical standpoint, because I do cover it on my channel. I cover it in my videos, and I wanted to come over to ClearCryptos and make sure the audience over here is aware of my thoughts on Luna Classic in general. Now, in regards to the entire market, guys, we had some huge news today, right? The jobs reports came out, right? August job report came out, and it was a little bit, it added a lot more jobs than expected, right? So the reason why this is important is because the objective of the Fed is to constrict the economy. They really, really want to put us in somewhat of a recession so that the economy can kind of recover. Well, having good jobs reports is good news, but having good jobs report is bad news. It's like you can't win, you can't lose. And I feel like the markets kind of reacted to that as well. When the reports came out, everybody was extremely euphoric. And then for whatever reason, we couldn't break above this 400 level. And now we're all the way the heck back down in the dirt, because the market, I believe, is starting to absorb the fact that this is not really good news, even though it's good news for, political reasons, but it's not really good news. So, the markets are, it's, you add in the fact that it's Friday, and then you add in the fact that we have a holiday on Monday and nobody's going to be able to trade. I think in addition to the job, oh my Lord, as I'm talking, this market is tanking, but you add in the fact that we have a long weekend coming up. People don't really like to trade on long weekends, and they can't trade the stock market. It's kind of like people liquidating positions right now. So what are your thoughts on that, Justin?
My thoughts are I'm about as confused with the numbers as the market is
as the market is.
And I just want to explain it, because my confusion kind of comes from the fact that it's not we want to see the numbers come down, but you don't want to see the numbers come down. It's like you
Mm-hmm.
want job numbers to be there, but then at the same time, it's like they are slowing down, which is actually a bad thing for the economy. So I feel like they saw like, ooh, job numbers. Oh, they look good, but oh wait, the economy's slowing down.
Like,
Hold
oh,
up, that's not a good thing. Wait, but it was a good thing before. Now it's not. Like the market didn't know what to do, so it decided to go up. And then the market was like, oh, wait, hold up. Maybe this is not such a good thing. Let me just tank for a second. Like,
yeah,
I was super confused because when I saw the market this morning, I was like super bearish. I was like, oh, yeah.
When I saw the
down.
Same thing. When I saw the job numbers, I was like, oh, the market's going to tank off these numbers. And then I looked at the market. I was like, well, okay, well, this is weird. This is really weird. And then it kept pumping. I'm like, okay, are we about to turn the market around on these good but bad news? And then the market, like 3 hours in, it was like the ultimate bull trap. Because, I mean, if you look up here, the market literally consolidated at 400. And they trapped a whole bunch of people right here.
Yep.
A whole bunch of people got long right here. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
And then the market dumped. And it is still dumping. I mean, to have the turnaround like this is impressive. And I don't mean it in a good sense. It's impressive because of the volatility, right? But just think about this. The market got as high as 401 on the SPY, 401.37. And then we dumped all the way down to 392. Like, that is an incredible dump. Like, that's like an $8 move. Even though the SPY only shows a 1% down, that's how you really know that it's really a bull trap, because market makers and institutional money, they know that they can't bring this number too far down as far as percentage wise, or they'll cause a complete frenzy. But what they do is they run it up high enough that they can still make their money by trapping you up here. And ultimately the SPY is only down 1, maybe 2%. I mean, you look at every single market, like QQQ did the same thing, right? QQQ. And this is the tech stock. This is what we have to worry about as crypto investors, because this selling off is never good for crypto, right? Where's Luna Kaka heading, boys? Hey, we just covered it, man. We literally just covered the TA. Why don't you come on up here, Oscar? If you ain't doing nothing, give us your thoughts on Luna Classic. We actually saw, we actually played your video on our channel of Luna Classic pumping. I gotta find it so we can definitely make sure all of ClearCryptos family is aware of what you look like when something pumps.
I can
Justin's gonna find it, matter of fact,
because I retweeted it, so I know exactly where it's at.
yeah, we definitely got to pull that up to see your reactions. But so when you look at the QQQ, you look at the SPY pulling back. Now you got to ask yourself, well, how does Bitcoin and Ethereum react to that? And if you look over here to the left again, look, it's the exact same movement, right? So as QQQ and all of these tech stocks and everything starts to sell off, you can bet your bottom dollar Ethereum, Bitcoin, this is Ethereum now. Now, Luna Classic is different, however, right? Because it's not moving. Elbow cough. Oh, yeah, we got you. Don't even worry about it, Oscar. Luna Classic is a little bit different because it's not really moving with the market. This is all community driven. This particular asset doesn't have the utility to be connected to the market just yet, right? That's not what it represents. The reason why it's pretty much stable is because the community is able to stake their tokens, right? They're getting that burn coming in, and the community is very, very strong. I just showed you over here on Twitter where, like, you type in Luna Classic and it's just Luna Classic to $1, 1 cent, whatever. Again, I am not in the fan club of telling you something's going to go to $1, that if it goes to $1, the market cap is going to be worth 7 trillion. That to me is a dream that I'm not going to share with anybody, right? But what I will tell you is what the patterns show. And like I said, over here, you can see clearly that there is a very nice head and shoulders forming on the 15-minute time frame. Will it play out? We'll see. We'll see what happens. But again, take a look at the video that I released earlier today. It's called Make Money, Take Money. In that particular video, I break down exactly if you put some money in, how much it could be worth, what those profits could look like. And as we speak, Ethereum's getting a freaking flush right now over here to the 200 EMA. So Justin's got your video ready, Oscar. So make sure you stick around for this one. You guys are going to want to watch this one.
Oh.
All right, go ahead. This is what you call the definition of FOMO. Not FOMO, but Like, I'm sure he made some people go buy this thing. Look at this. Go ahead, Justin.
Okay. Wow. No. No. Oh, no. If you get to 302 today, that's gonna be. Here's 302. Here's 302. No. Oh no. No way. I mean, I'm speechless. Like, almost. Oh. Oh.
Dude.
High of 3.1998. Almost. Wow.
Watching you react is an absolute pleasure. Like, I feel like I need to tune into Oscar every time I see something pumping that Oscar's covering. I gotta go to his channel and watch his reactions, because it is classic to say the least, watching Oscar react to some of this stuff. Yeah, Oscar has the best reactions. Yeah, he does, Foxy. He definitely does. So yeah, man, like I said, there wasn't, other than, you know, the Luna Classic thing, we really wanted to jump on here for about 30 minutes or so and kind of give our thoughts on Terra Luna Classic from the ClearCryptos channel. We didn't want to hold up too much of you guys' time. We literally just wanted to jump on here and talk about that because it was a hot topic. And we what's going on, Crypto Instigator? We definitely wanted to kind of give our thoughts on the market, and you know, obviously we're going to be over at the crypto shop a little later and discussing the markets, and I'm gonna do a little deeper dive into these unemployment numbers, because I really don't understand how the market pumped, but clearly the market didn't understand how it was pumping either, because I mean, look at this. Look, like, okay, hold on guys, look at this. Look at how much red this is. Like, look at this. The only thing's green is ApeCoin. This is incredible. Matter of fact, let's take a look at the heat map while I'm zooming in. Hang on. Let me take a look at the heat map. I want to see. I know we're going to look at this later, guys. I know majority of you come over to the crypto shop, but look at this thing. Everything just took a nosedive. It just, I don't, again, this makes more sense in regards to the unemployment numbers than what we were seeing earlier. I just didn't see this bad of a sell-off. I mean, this thing's going to lows of yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, this ain't the first time though, but hey, at least Tesla is working on them self-driving cars.
Yes, Tesla is working on self-driving cars, and I mean,
while they're 2% down on the day, but whatever.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen the Tesla self-driving, like it's pretty cool, but I mean, clearly the market doesn't care about anything, because it's actually down 3% on the day.
Yeah, it's getting bad.
Everything's selling off. But here's what I will say: what are your thoughts on the weekend trading cryptocurrency? What are your thoughts on Ethereum giving us a little bit of a upgrade to the Ethereum 2.0? What are your thoughts? How do you think that's going to affect the market moving forward?
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be positive as much as people think it's gonna be, right? Like, I don't know. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be interesting, because once this merge happens and we start to see what the gas prices really look like and what the speed really looks like, I'm less inclined to think that people care so much about the gas prices right now, just because they're so low all the time. Because, you know, I mean, the market just, nobody's really buying anything, right? But I think people might look at the transaction speed and be like, oh, okay, well, it's not as fast as we thought it was going to be. You know, maybe.
Well, they've already put out that it's not even going to increase the gas. I
know that they have, but you got to remember that people just don't care, right?
That's
like
true.
They're just,
that's true.
So they hear it and that's what they think is going to happen, and you can tell them whatever you want to tell them, but they're going to be like, why isn't this doing what you promised? And then, you know, we'll say, well, we told you so, and they'll be like, well, sell. So I mean, I honestly think it's a buy the rumor, sell the news. I think that Ethereum is going to 100% catch up to Bitcoin as the selliness continues. I just think it's holding up strong right now because of that ETH merger news and people just being excited for it. But once it comes out and people realize like, oh, this ain't everything it was cracked up to be, not at least for another 6 to 12 months. All right, well now, let's start dumping the charts a little bit. Let's take profit. Bitcoin, I believe it's probably still in the same range it's been in.
It hasn't moved from like 20 to 19,000.
Yeah, it's in the $800 range right now. And I mean, like I always say, like these consolidation periods, they're important to understand because when Ethereum and Bitcoin are consolidating, that means that a huge move is right around the corner. I don't know if it's going to be a week from now. I don't know if it's going to be this weekend. But what I can tell you is the last time we consolidated, we dumped hard twice. Over like a 10-day or like a 7-day period. So, I mean, I can only assume that we're going. I mean, my best guess is that we're gonna dump back to the lows that we saw. The 17,000s, the 18,000s. That's where I'm looking for Bitcoin to go to, and then push even lower than that.
Yeah, and I tend to agree with you, especially when it comes to Ethereum and the merger. Like, look no further than the the story in regards to miners, right? We went over a story the other day. I read the story about miners starting to increase the amount that they're mining in preparation for the merger. Not to mention that there's a lot of people that are going to be looking to dump because their staking is going to end, right? I mean, what better day I mean, I shouldn't say that. Never mind. I'm not going to say that. Well, here's what I was going to say is the merger could come sooner than later. And then once that news is going to pump, like the closer we get to the merger date, like I get the feeling we're going to get a story about, look, the merger could happen overnight. The merger could happen in the next 2 days. That's going to pump Ethereum. That's going to be the pump. What's going to dump Ethereum is the next piece of news is merger's out, nothing's changed. And then people are going to dump it, right? That's when you want to be there to pick it back up, in my opinion. I don't know if it'll dump, but I got a good feeling that it probably will dump. But we'll see. There's a lot of different factors. In regards to Bitcoin, here's the other two factors, right? Bitcoin and Ethereum. As the market starts to get weaker, because all of this selly stuff is all coming from you know who, Mr. Jerome Powell changing the sentiment of the market weeks ago, right? But if somehow, some way, because the last piece of economic evidence that we got was the job report. That's going to be the last piece we get until CPI, which comes out next week, right?
CPI
next week or the week after. I think it might be the week after.
Yeah, I think it's the week after. I don't know. I had all that stuff pulled up, but
either way it goes, if CPI comes out and it's not continuing the decline, which was at I think 8.7 or 8.5% last time we checked. If it comes in and it's above 8.5%, we're gonna get some selling. And then Ethereum merger happens after that. It's gonna get really, really selly. But there's always, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I just like to be the bearer of news. Take it how you want to. I'm just giving you the news how I see it. Crypto Instigator says it's the week after. So not next week, but the following week we'll get CPI. And it usually happens on a Monday. So we'll see. Monday or Wednesday, somewhere around there. So we'll see what that brings to the market. I'm looking forward to it, man, because to me, these are great times. I know some people get down during the bear market, feelings and emotions and all that stuff play a major factor during the bear market. But to me, these are the times where you make the most money, and then bringing it all the way back home to, ClearCryptos, right? When ClearCryptos decides to launch, I don't think they really care what kind of market it is in, because what they're bringing to the market, in my opinion, is going to change a lot of things. See, people look at ClearCryptos right now, and because we haven't, pulled the curtain back, they look at it like, oh, they just got a YouTube channel, they got a bunch of influencers. I don't know what they sell. Okay. What we're telling you right now is myself and Justin have had the pleasure of working with ClearCryptos for almost 3 months now. I'm still here. Justin's still here because every time we get a meeting, we get wowed even more. And I've been in crypto for a little bit. Justin's been in crypto for a little bit, but there's some people on this team that have been in crypto a lot longer than we have, and they are still blown away by what ClearCryptos is bringing. So I can't wait to unveil everything they have and what's going on, because it's a whole movement. And I mean that. ClearCryptos is not, I repeat, ClearCryptos is not a token. It's not a coin. It's a corporation. It's a business. That's how I'm looking at ClearCryptos. And if you guys want to know any more information, I know we got majority of ClearCryptos people in the building, but I'm talking to the people on Twitter. I'm talking to the people that watch this on playback. If you guys want to know more information, get your butt over and click this link tree right here, right? Click the link tree, get yourself in the Discord, find out information, start asking questions. And then when you get done with that, come on over to the YouTube channel and check out some of the videos that myself, Justin, Austin, Zach, Adam, Luxside, Zach, Oscar, and Tammy put out every single day. We're trying to educate you. I think I got everybody. And then of course, Jay. Yeah. Oh, and Sean. I forgot Sean. I haven't seen him in a while, so I kind of forgot him. But
dang, why you gotta be like?
I forgot to mention him, not forgot. Yeah.
Sure.
But yeah,
whatever.
So yeah, make sure you get over here and check out some of this content, because we're getting some really good feedback on the education that we're trying to give. We're not saying we're experts. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that we got a little time in and we want to share that time, and we want to share it with you for free. Nobody's being paid up here. We're trying to get this information out for free. So be on the lookout for that early access for ClearCryptos, because it's coming soon and you're going to want to be a part of it. So those are my kind of final thoughts. I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. Justin, if you want to give your final thoughts, because we got, we still got work to do. We got to get over here to the crypto shop and do some planning for the show. So
first off, shout out to Crypto Instigator, who said the only reason I knew that was because I just watched Justin's new video. Just saying. I appreciate that, because I did drop the dates. Not that I remember them. I had them all pulled up. But and then he also said CC is amazing so far from what I've seen. And what I can tell you, Crypto Instigator and everybody who's watching, it's amazing for what you haven't seen yet, too.
Yeah,
so just wait for what you haven't seen, because if you're amazed by what you've seen, you are going to be absolutely blown away by what you haven't seen yet.
Yeah, because I'm still blown away
personally.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I just want to echo the sentiment of what Hobbs was talking about. I mean, at the end of the day, there's always a winner and there's always a loser in the market. You can't win all the time, but you can win a lot of the time. And we just want to help everybody win as much as possible. That's all. And ClearCryptos is out here to change the game and make things safer for people so they don't get wrecked in crypto, which will in turn help you win more times than not, hopefully. Not financial advice, and also not a guarantee. But, the more that you put into your craft as far as learning the technicals, learning the chart patterns and everything along goes with TA, and then the fundamental analysis, and then you throw ClearCryptos into the mix, I'm telling you, it's gonna evolve people into just a whole different animal. I see the vision, and I'm here for it. Like Hobbs said, I wouldn't be wasting my time if I didn't believe in something. My time's definitely not cheap, especially now. So I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all for hanging out with us. And catch us on ClearCryptos, catch us on the crypto shop, catch me on my own channel, and we'll see y'all on the next one.
The Jay Seals show.
Right.
Hey, but man, look, guys, we're up to about 40 minutes on this live stream. Like I said, we wanted to drop in, talk about Luna, talk a little bit about the markets, and then just discuss crypto in general. I hope you enjoyed this episode of ClearCryptos Education, guys. But make sure you hit the like and subscribe button to push us up in that ClearCryptos algorithm. We're going to get there. We're headed toward 100K subs. That's one of our first goals. And bless believe, once we get this thing up and running, this video and this YouTube channel is going to fly. So that being said, my name is T. Hobbs from the Crypto Shop. That man above is Jay Shields. And we'll catch you guys on the next one, man. Peace.